Hey Libra, darkdovetarot here. Hope you're doing fantastic. This is your January 2019 read. If you've seen my channel before, you know it's based on love and anybody possibly looking to reconcile. So again, if you're looking for a couples read, my channel is not for you. Oh, I'm going to take that one because it stayed. Again, this is for anybody who's single, possibly looking for love, and anybody who's interested in reconciliation. So again, I might get to couples reads at some point this year, but for me, the people who contact me, just email me in general, are usually single or looking to reconcile or wondering about their past relationships. So, again, keep that in mind. This is a general read, so check your sun, moon, and rising, as those may resonate with you some months more than others, or you may just get clarity off of those. Hopefully this resonates with the majority of you, but again, you know, some months your other signs may be shining through a little more. It may be in your house at that point, so again, just keep that in mind. All right, Libra. You know what? I had all these cards fall out. I'm gonna just take the two that were separated and put the rest back. All right, so, and this one wants to come out, obviously. All right, again, Libra, sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Check your other signs to see how those resonate for you. This is for January. Any likes, subscribes, comments, etc. are greatly appreciated. If you want a private read, the information is in the description. And like I said, sorry, this card just fell on the floor. It is in the description. I get emails daily asking about private reads, etc. And it is below. If you don't see it below, it's in the next video over in case I forgot it on one of the videos. So again, keep me posted on what you think. I'm always interested in seeing what you guys think and how things are going. I've been getting a lot of people who say that I talk really fast. Sorry, I'm originally from New York. Not that that makes a difference, but most of the people I know, most of my family from New York talk pretty fast. On top of which, I just have a lot to say, a lot I want to get out without taking up too much of your time. So again, I may not be the reader for you if you think I talk too fast, because unfortunately, I won't slow it down. If I get excited about something, I speed up, or if, you know, I have a lot of details coming in about the cards, then I try and get them out, and sometimes it just comes out speedy, and I can't help it. All right, so let's see what you have here. All right, so you have the Seven of Swords. I cannot remember who got it. I'm going to say Sagittarius, but it might have been Aquarius. Somebody else had this for the theme of their month. So the Seven of Swords is about deception. It's about strategy, but it's also about like putting a game plan in place. So it doesn't mean that you're being deceived or manipulated. It just means that maybe you're coming off of that. So if you're single, I feel like maybe coming into 2019, you have your guard up a little bit. You're deciding, hey, I'm not interested in playing any games. I have a strategy going forward. I've been through the manipulation. I've been through the deception. I've been through inorganic people who have not been, you know, truthful with me. And so now I may have a little bit of a guard up. I'm still going to have fun because she's still like excited to get out there. So if you're single, maybe you're starting over for the first time, or maybe you're already playing the game, but now you're changing things up and going, okay, I know what I'm looking for. I know what the red flags are. I'm going to be very cautious here, but at the same time, still press forward. If you're looking to reconcile, this does mean that you may be coming off of some sort of deception or manipulation, but now you're kind of like, hey, you want to get back together with me? We have a lot of stuff to go through, because maybe you found out some information you weren't expecting, or vice versa. They could have found out information about you, but I feel like this is mainly you kind of going, you know, I've got your number. I know the game you're playing. I might play along for a little bit, but you may be in for a big surprise when I decide to walk right out of your life. So, Libra, let's see what's going on for you guys. The first card you have is the Two of Swords, which is decisions, decisions, decisions. Making a choice, needing to make a choice, otherwise standing at a stalemate. So if you're single, I feel like you might have met somebody, or you might be dealing with one or two people that have been telling you, oh, I just want you and only you. And you're kind of like, really? Because you're not showing that. Because there's some sort of duality here. With the Two of Swords, this is you seeing two different people in one person. So maybe you're coming off the tail end of that, or you're dealing with them now. Because coming into the month, you're making a decision. So you may need to make a decision to cut people off. Now, these are air signs. The swords are. So you may be dealing with another air sign, a Libra, I can't believe I said Sagittarius. Sorry, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. But you definitely need to make a decision. It may just be a decision to get out there and meet people, but I kind of feel like you need to cut people out. It could even be family. It could be somebody else. It doesn't necessarily have to relate to love, but I do strongly feel like you're dating people. And if you don't make a choice about certain people or a certain person, maybe a friends with benefit situation that you thought was going somewhere else and you're realizing now they're not treating you the way you deserve, like you need to cut them off to come into 2019 with a clean slate. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, this is definitely a choice. I feel like you're going, okay, it's a new year, new me. I'm not dealing with this crap. I've dealt with it. I see it for what it is. Am I ready to cut ties? And some of you are and some of you aren't. But if you don't make a decision, you're just going to go round and round. Because at the end of the day, if the decision is not made on the Two of Swords, it becomes a stalemate and doesn't, like, you don't get anywhere. You stay stuck in the same situation. The next card you have is how you're feeling coming into the year, coming into January. And that makes perfect sense. So very interesting here. The Three of Wands is a very, very good card to have here. This tells me that even though you're dealing with maybe some people who aren't being very forthright, you're on a good playing field. If you're single, this is planning, this is growth, but it's partnership. It's definitely about partnership. So you're looking for somebody to grow the distance with. And that tells me in 2018, or at least towards the end, you haven't felt that way. And that's why you're kind of putting up this defense, because you're going, hey, like, if you're not interested in being with me, that's fine. If your actions don't show me, that's fine. I'm cutting you off because I have goals here. I have plans. I have a plan for partnership. I have a plan for my life in general. You're planning out what you're looking for in 2019. A lot of people do that, especially in the beginning of the year, right? We all have these goals, or some people have resolutions, whatever it is for you. But the Three of Wands is saying you're looking forward. You're like focused on where you're going, and you want somebody to do that with, but you're not all encompassed. If you don't find somebody to do it with, it's not going to diffuse your plans or your goals or what you're looking forward to. If you're looking to reconcile, this is you going, do I want you along for that ride, or do I not want you along for that ride? So you really need to make a decision. Can you see yourself with that person moving forward? If you have this where you feel like they've deceived you and they have taken advantage of you and manipulated you, this I feel like is almost you going, I want a partnership, but I don't know that I want it with you. I'm not sure I can see us going the same direction. So you're definitely thinking wisely about where you are, and you know you have a decision to make. And I feel like you're done placating it, you're done teetering, you're going to make a decision, and whatever the decision is final, because the goals and aspirations you have going forward either include this person or they don't. The next card you have is your distant past, over the past 5-10 years. It could be throughout childhood, and you have the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is a spark. It's a curiosity. It's a confidence. So I feel like maybe coming into 2019, a lot of you, and I always read this together, whether you're single or looking to reconcile, because it's generally a long, long time ago. But I feel like some of you, this is almost like a regret, but it shouldn't be a regret. This is the universe's way of telling you, okay, either don't repeat a negative pattern or instill good, a good like past revelation into this month. The Page of Wands is saying, look, there's always going to be somebody new available if you want it. There's always going to be a new situation, a spark. So don't lose sight of that. Don't let any negativity, any manipulation, any defensiveness, any decisions you have to make outweigh the fact that something good can come in, outweigh the fact that something positive is coming your way. Because the page is reminding you that there will be a spark with somebody else. If you're single and you're not being treated correctly, or you're being, people just are being elusive and not being genuine, it doesn't matter. I mean, yeah, it affects you. Obviously, we take that to heart, but the page is saying, look, you can overcome it because you know there's going to be somebody else. There's another opportunity out there for you. This isn't the end all be all. It's the same if you're looking to reconcile. Yes, it would suck, but some of you are so close to already cutting them off that it's like your feelings have absolved, or they're starting to completely dissolve to the point where you're not even sure you have feelings for this person anymore, and they've cut you and they've hurt you, and the best thing to do would be cut them off. The hard part is it's hard to do that when you love somebody. But the page again reminds you, okay, when a door closes, a window opens, right? The next card you have is your immediate past, over the past few weeks, past month or two. You have the excuse me, you have the Five of Pentacles. Sorry, I've been sick, so that may translate throughout the read where I'm coughing or having to sip on something. All right, so you have the Five of Pentacles. Now, first of all, this definitely says that somebody is watching you, or you're watching them. All right, so the past few weeks, past month or two, if you're single, I definitely feel like this is almost you going online. meeting people, but then being kind of like, I don't know, because like if you're meeting people, you're definitely checking out their Facebook, you're definitely checking out their Instagram, which I don't blame you because I've done that when I dated. So, to each his own. Like, you got to be careful, right? You got to make sure that he or she is exactly who they say. But this is some sort of loss. This is some sort of feeling like a destitution or a poverty here. So if you're single, I really do feel like you've dated people congruently or consistently, and now you're feeling kind of like it never works. It always ends up where it doesn't work out, or they're manipulative, or they don't tell me the truth, or again, you may be dealing with somebody that you have to cut off. I feel like for a lot of you, there's somebody you've been talking to or dating, or a few people, and they're all telling you, oh, yeah, 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 eventually we'll get off the site, or eventually, and you just know it's not true. And so even though it feels a loss, you know that you have to cut them out. You know that you have to leave them be. Now, I feel like there could be somebody in turn watching you to a certain extent if you're single, like maybe somebody you've been talking to or you've been dating, and they're kind of watching what you're doing, and not in a bad way, but they're kind of skeptical as well. Like, they almost feel like they have been burned in the past, and so they're kind of paying attention to what you're doing, and vice versa. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, they're definitely paying attention to what you're up to. They're definitely checking your social media. They're definitely, if you guys know mutual people, they're asking about you. I mean, even as far as like, not to be creepy or anything, but even as far as like driving by your place just to see if your car's parked there, just to see if you're already dating somebody. So this person has a lot of feelings for you, but they've screwed the pooch here. They did something that was deceptive, and you're just not sure that you can go on, seeing your life move on with them, and you're feeling a loss about it, or they're feeling a loss, or you're both feeling some sort of loss. But they're definitely keeping an eye on you because even though they fucked up, they still feel like there's an unresolved issue, or that they still can win you over. They're just not sure how to do it yet. The next card you have is your distant future. So over the next few months, and you have the Ten of Pentacles. All right, so this is a very congruent energy. This is kind of like two people working as a team if you can get there, but if not, it's almost like they're playing the game and you're moving the pieces, right? So if you're single, the Ten of Pentacles definitely says like, hey, there's going to be people interested in you. There's going to be opportunities to get together with somebody, to possibly build something with somebody, because this is a legacy, but um, it's also a wealth and a curiosity. So I find it very interesting because like this Page of Wands is a curious energy, so is the 10. So somebody's going to spark your interest at some point, and somebody is going to possibly be a person or a partner that you could see building this legacy with, that you could see building a life with. You need to figure out where you're going, what direction you're going, your strategy here, and then somebody else can come along for the ride if they're the right fit. I definitely see somebody coming in who thinks they're the right fit. Whether they are or not, we'll have to see what happens next month and the next month. But this Ten of Pentacles is saying you're putting yourself in a situation where you're attractive to people. You're somebody that people look up to and go, this could be the mother or father of my child. This could be, somebody that I could marry, etc. So if that's what you want, it could just be somebody you could date exclusively. So definitely good things coming. I think that you're going to be cautious about it and very doing your due diligence and what type of person this is that comes into your life, just because of the things you've dealt with before. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, this is a legacy. This is building a legacy. So if you guys had a game plan, so to speak, here, there's definitely a chance you can get back into that same position. However, whatever this shit was needs to be cut completely out. They're feeling out in the cold. They're feeling the turmoil they've caused. They're feeling the issues that have subsided here, and they know that you're ready to make a decision with or without them. So hopefully we're going to see them step up out of this, because right now this is kind of like pouting, like they feel sorry for themselves. They're still watching and paying attention, but they don't know how to fix it. The next card you have is your immediate future. So over the next few weeks throughout the month of January, and you have the Four of Pentacles. This card has come up a lot for a lot of different signs. The Four of Pentacles is a miserly energy. It's very frugal. It's very possessive. So if you're single, I feel like you're worried. You don't want to get stepped on again. You don't want to get the feels for somebody who all of a sudden you feel like has manipulated you or hasn't treated you well. So this is not necessarily a negative card. It's more just you holding on tight, or you kind of maybe going out and dating a little bit but not dating, and dating a little bit and not dating. You're definitely cutting people off, and because you've done that and you feel a sense of like disappointment in it, you're going, screw you, unless you show me the world, unless you show me this wealth in excess of, and not wealth monetarily, although it could be, but more wealth in abundance of joy and happiness and lovey-dovey feelings or whatever. You're kind of feeling like the Scrooge right here. You're kind of going, I am not giving you anything. You are going to have to earn this. Like, you're going to have to be attentive, and again, not in a bad way, not in a negative way, not in a, but just you're looking for somebody who actually puts the time and effort that you have. And until then, you're not putting your time and effort into somebody unless they prove to you they're worth it. And you deserve it, Libra. All right. If you're looking to reconcile, it's very similar. This is you going, you have, again, screwed me over at some point. And if you want this heart back, if you want this heart energy, if you want me to put time and attention into you, you have your work cut out for you. Because this is big time you going, I have self-worth. I know what I want. I know, and I'm holding on to my dignity here. I'm not going to be played for a fool again. I'm not going to be played, period. So if you want to come back to this game of life with us and you want to share this legacy with me, you better step it up, because I am not sharing any of this with you until you get your shit together and figure out what the hell you want. The next card you have is something tangible that's going to come out throughout the month. It could be the beginning, middle, end. It could last for a day. It could last for 20 days. And you have the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is wishful thinking, okay? It's a temptation. It can be very lustful, but it can also just be hoping for the best, but not really knowing if that's real or reality or not. So if you're single, you're going to definitely be out there dating at some point. Even if you're trying to make the decision on whether you want to date, even if you're trying to decide whether it's worth your time to get out there, you're definitely going to meet people. But again, this is a temptation energy. You're going to meet people who are not going to be looking for anything serious. They're not going to be looking for the legacy, but you'll be able to tell this time. I feel like for the first time in a while, you're not going to feel like the wool is being pulled over your head, because this is options, lots of options. Okay. So you're going to have plenty of options to go out and date. You're going to have plenty of options to go out and have fun, which I think you should take advantage of doing those things, because it will up your confidence. It will allow you to meet people, and good people. You can make friends, etc. But this is you understanding there's going to be somebody coming in at one point. I feel like you're going to be drawn to two people, and one person is going to be the real legitimate thing, and the other person is going to be like, they just want friends with benefits, or they just want somebody cool to hang out with. So you're going to have a point at time this month where you're going to have to decipher between, what your goals are and your expectations and where you're going versus what somebody may be dishing out. If you're looking to reconcile, this is a temptation for you to want to go out and date, but you're almost cautious because you feel like somebody's watching. And let's face it, you're not ready to give your heart and time and attention necessarily to other people. But if you feel like going out and having fun, I definitely think you should. If you're not with this person, they can't expect you to sit at home wallowing over them. And you can't expect yourself to feel like you're cheating if you guys are officially really not together, right? Because I feel like this is almost a guilty pleasure where you're going to go on a date and then go home and be like, oh, what did I do? Don't worry about it. If this other person has been manipulative, has deceived you, go out, have fun, explore different options. I know the cross watchers are hating me right now. Hating me right now. The next card you have is how you're feeling throughout the month. It could be the beginning, middle, end. Again, and I love this. The Ace of Cups is excitement. It's new beginnings. It's attraction. It's a new intimacy coming in. So if you're single, this is really what you want. You want this. You want somebody to plan with. You want somebody to have this future with, this legacy with. This is you saying, look, I'm ready for it. I'm going to embrace it. But again, I'm not giving it away like it's candy. This is going to be, somebody has to really make a concerted effort. But I think somebody will, because at some point this month, you're going to feel this way. You're going to feel like a new excitement, the butterflies in the stomach, that new love type feeling. If you're looking to reconcile, this is you saying, that's all I wanted. That's all I wanted was a new beginning, some sort of, life with somebody that could be magnanimous. And the Ace of Cups, I feel like it's teetering on either side. I feel like if they can get their shit together, they can be truthful, they can come out of the cold and stop pouting and stop acting like, it's almost like they're acting like because they did you wrong, they feel sorry for themselves. And so now you have to somehow pick up their pieces, and you're like, fuck you. That's not happening. If you want to be with me, you're going to have to make a major concerted effort. Here I am. I have love for you. I have time and attention for you. I'm not giving it away until you get your head out of your tush. All right. The next card you have is your hopes and fears for the outcome. And you have the Two of Cups. Okay, so again, beautiful. This is a twin flame, karmic, soulmate connection, whatever you want to call it. Everybody calls it something different. But the Two of Cups is one of the best love cards you can get in the read. Now, again, this is your hopes and fears. So your hopes, whether you're single or looking to reconcile, I'm reading that completely together. That is your hope, is that you meet that connection. You want that connection to fulfill a life with, regardless of what your tradition is. Tradition is so different nowadays. If it's marriage, if it's kids, if it's just traveling with somebody, if it's just growing old with somebody, whatever it is to you, that's all you want. And I don't feel like you're being picky either. I don't feel like you're demanding, like they must have $1 million in the bank and they must drive a black car and they must have like a BMW, you know, like you're not, that's not Libra's style. Libra's not like that. And so you're kind of feeling like that's all I'm asking for is somebody to love and cherish and somebody that I can love and cherish. What's so fucking hard about this? Internally, you're prepared. Internally, you know what you want. Internally, you're happy. You're just kind of like, universe, what the hell is going on? When's it my turn? Like, I want this. Doesn't everybody want this to a certain extent? All right. Your outcome for the month is the King of Cups. The King of Cups is somebody who is calm, who's a listener, who's cool, collected. If you're single, this is the type of person you're going to meet. You're going to meet somebody who you can say, look, I've been screwed over in the past and it did not feel good and I'm not willing to go through it again. This is somebody who takes what you say into consideration and they say, okay, you know, I won't be that person. I will not treat you like that. That is not my style. I get what you're putting down here. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're looking for. So that's definitely a really good place to be, because this Two of Cups can turn into the King. The Two of Cups can turn into finding and manifesting exactly what it is you want, Libra. Somebody who will open up your heart. Oh, isn't that weird? I just went to shuffle and there's the Queen of Cups. You've got the King and Queen. So anyways, if you're single, definitely somebody coming in who's going to be patient, going to understand what you've been through, going to understand that in order for you to unlock this type of energy, they're going to have to be patient. They're going to have to listen. They're going to have to be attentive because you're not willing to open up to just anybody. And if you're looking to reconcile, this is like, you need to see them as that. They need to be patient with you, but you also need to see them communicating. You need to see them being a kingly figure instead of being like a complete douche, because I feel like you've been waiting for them to step up their game and they just haven't. They're not proving to you what they can be. However, here, this makes me feel like reconciliation can be possible because I feel like they will step it up. I feel like the outcome is they will come to fruition and know that you're literally about to decide to cut them out of your life completely, and they're going to charge in, because then you have the King of Pentacles, which is stability, it's tradition, it's a bigger legacy than the 10 here. So right here, this is saying, look, the King of Pentacles, if you're single, this is somebody coming in who is going to feel very fulfilling, who is going to step up, who is going to be very balanced, very stable, somebody who is going to be able to handle whatever you dish out, because right now you may be about testing them. And I know that sounds weird, but you may be about, you know, I'm going to push your buttons, I'm going to push you and take you back and push you and take you back because of the stuff I've been through. I just, like, there are some issues that you've had to deal with. And this person is very patient. The King of Pentacles is saying, you know what? Got it. All right, take all the time you need. I'm right here, and, you know, you can push me, but I'm not going anywhere. So if you're single, this is definitely a step up. It's definitely a step in the right direction. It's stability. It's a long-term commitment if you want it. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, this is them stepping up as well. You have two kings right here, which tells me that maybe they're going to grow the frick up. Maybe they're going to show you what they're capable of and what they're really about. And maybe they're just going to show you that whatever it was before, you know, the manipulation or the BS or not being honest or not being able to communicate, this is them coming to the table saying, okay, I know what I want. I'm sorry. I screwed up. I know I have been wishy-washy. I know I haven't been giving you exactly what you need, but this is them hopefully stepping up to the plate. If they don't, I hate to say it, Libra, but somebody else is coming in to step up to the plate, because I feel like you're on the precipice of, you could either watch this as singles or breaking up, because that's how close you are to telling them to take a hike. Now, your final card is the Page of Swords, crowning the 10 of Pentacles. The Page of Swords is learning, it's seeking, it's understanding things. So if you're single, this is you getting the truth out of whoever this person is that's coming in. They're not bullshitting you. They're like sharp with that sword. They tell you like it is. They tell you like they see it. They tell you like they feel it. They tell you what they're capable of handling and what they're not. And I think that, again, there's somebody that you can kind of push because you need to right now. It's almost like you need to see how far somebody's willing to go for you because other people haven't. Now, I'm not saying being mean or manipulative. Don't be that by any means, but Libra's generally not that type of personality. But this is just saying that, like, they can take what you dish out, but at the same time, at one point they're going to say to you, look, I like you. I'm being truthful. I'm not this other person. I'm not going to hurt you. I'm not deceiving you. I'm not manipulative. You may have been burned before, but that's not me. So at some point, you're going to have to accept me for face value. And you will. And then you're going to realize how big of a king they are and what kind of legacy you can have here. If you're looking to reconcile, this is like harsh words coming out. This is you saying, if you want to be with me, you want to go the distance with me, this is what I need. I need truth. I need answers. You need to be clear about what the hell you want from me. Because don't build yourself up to be this king and then get all wishy-washy on me or become manipulative again. This is you saying, hey, here's the scenario. This is where I'm going because I'm planning it. I've got my life goals and stuff, sights ahead of me. And you're either in it for the ride or you're not. And frankly, I think, Libra, you're at the point where like you could take it either way because you know, because of this page right here, that if this person that you're thinking about reconciling with or you're thinking about or your ex or whatever you want to say, you know, if it doesn't work out with them, there's that spark. Somebody else will come in. If they don't want you or if they can't step up to the plate, then that's their problem and you're good to move on because I feel like you've been through so much that the connection and the love is dissolving day by day every time they wait longer and longer to get in touch with you or to communicate with you or to apologize or whatever it is you need from them. And so I think at some point in the next month or two, you're going to be like very clear about what you're looking for and what your expectation is. And either they can step up to the plate or they can't. But I think you're ready for either. So you're in a good space for the most part. And if you're not now, you will be soon. All right, Libra, have a great month.